What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology. This is tutorial 4 and today I'll be going to talk about how to use dynamic data inside your GraphQL schema, and we'll do some sort of querying as well, definitely. And as you know, we are using actually fast API from the Python, so all other things will be same. So probably it is actually kind of similar from the last tutorials. In the last tutorial we have created kind of a static list, and within a list there are multiple student object, or I believe student or course object. I don't remember actually in the tutorial 3 what I did, and I'll be going to do the same thing now, but irrespective of creating a static variable, in this tutorial we'll be going to read our or map our data from CSV file. So which is kind of, I'm trying to simulate the real world scenario. So in the real world scenario, mostly will be either going to read some data from a CSV file or else in like database. So mostly in database, and some of the requirement, based on the requirement, you also use some sort of CSV file. The CSV file will be mapped into a object, and that object will be mapped inside your GraphQL schema type, and from there you can do all other things. Okay, so without wasting much time, let me just go ahead with the next slide, so which is tutorial, no, not tutorial, slide number 2. So there actually you can see I have 4 columns like name, city, designation and experience in year. So I have total 1 2 3 4 5 rows, and each rows are having this many like name, city, designation and the experience in year. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to read this CSV file object, and after that I'll try to actually use this object inside our schema, and from there we'll do the querying. So the remaining part will be same, but only the thing is that only new thing will be that how to read this file and how to consume this file in from your GraphQL schema. Okay, so that is the interesting thing, but apart from that, more like tutorial will be more or less same. So in the third slide again, so I believe most of you are already able to fix the problem. So in this week actually I haven't got any error like error screenshot or something like that from all of you. So sorry, from none of you. So it means you guys are understand that the Python version has to be greater than or equals to 3.6, then only your fast API will be going to be work, or probably some of the cases also it will not allow to install. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so let's go ahead with the actual coding part. So I have already created data.csv inside my tutorial 4, and the slide is here. So let me just quickly show you. So this is my data. I'll be trying to read from this file. So first of all, let me create a file called data.py. Okay, so inside that I'll be going to write import, it will be import csv. Okay, that's it. So now let's write with open, and then it should be data.csv as f1. Okay, so all this thing should be inside a function, so it should be def read file. Okay, and after that maybe I can write something like that. Okay, that's it. So it is here. So now what we'll do, we'll just write data equals to csv dot reader. Okay, csv reader, inside that f1, then delimiter equals to like this. Okay, and now we'll do for row in data, and maybe I can write print row. Okay, that's it. So and after that maybe all is done. So here actually I can write return okay. So I'm just trying to show you guys what actually I'm trying to catch, and after that what will I write file, and I'm just actually calling this function from here. So let's see how it is actually going to work. So python 3 data.py. So if you see here, all my objects are one by one printed over here. So what I'll do now, so we'll try to create this thing. Okay, so before it starts here, let me write li equals to a blank list, but I don't want this header in my JSON object, so I can write I equals to 0. So it should start from the first first line, like 0, this is 0th line header. I should start from this line, the iteration. So what we'll do, it will go and check if I greater than 0 or not. Okay, so if I greater than 0 or not, it will check. Okay, and if it is greater than 0, then what it will do, so we'll see now. Okay, so it will append li.append. okay, so it will append this thing like this, and what will be inside, name. Okay, and name will be row 0, means this one. Okay, then what I have, then I have city, then city is going to be row 1, right? Okay, then what I have, then I have designation. So my designation will be designation. Okay, and after that it should be row, it should be row of 2. Okay, and our last thing will be experience in year. Okay, so let me just copy paste this thing like this here. Okay, like this. Okay, experience in year. What happened actually, I don't know. Row 0, this. Okay, and after that it should be row 3. Perfect, my complete dictionary is done. So once this is done, what I'll do, I'll just have to go back to this line, and I have to increase a counter. So I equals to I plus 1, just simple thing. Okay, so what will happen, if you do this thing, you will eventually get this completely. So just to make sure whether I am getting the complete thing or not, so what I'll do, I will just print li over here. Okay, so let's see whether I'm getting this thing or not. Okay, so see, I get a complete list starting from here is like this. Okay, so now I believe my job is to return this thing, return this li thing. Okay, that's it. Okay, and you can also close the file, f1 dot close. Okay, so all done. So this is done, my data is created. So I'll be going to call this from a different file. So my data object is created, so which is actually this li. I'll going to call this thing. So this is actually the new thing what we are actually currently doing here, which is not part of our, which is not part of our earlier tutorial. We did kind of a static things. Okay, so hard coding. So now next thing will be, I'll be going to create a schema file, sc, like last tutorial, schema.py. Okay, so inside our schema I'll write import graphene. Okay, so now class equals to emp, and that will be graphene dot object type. Okay, and what are the things I am having? I am having name, I am having city. Okay, I have designation, and I have, I believe, experience in year. So now what will happen, graphene dot string. Okay, and after that I believe I can copy this thing here like this. Okay, our complete thing is ready. Okay, so our schema structure is ready. Now I'll be going to refer to this thing from our mapping. So let's create one more file, mapping.py. Okay, so inside that maybe I can write import graphene is required, import graphene. Okay, definitely it is required. Then we can write from schema, means this file, from schema import emp, right? Now we'll write class, it will be going to be query, we'll name it query, and this is also going to be a graphene object type. Okay, so I'm doing a bit fast cause these things are already done, and I believe you guys also will not be able to it is not like that you guys are not able to understand, so I'm just doing it very fast so that I should not stretch the video length. Okay, because last couple of tutorials it was more than 20 minutes and I just did very small things, so that is why I'm just trying to do it very fast, but again I'm just trying to explain each and everything. So next thing is that employee. Okay, so employee is going to be graphene of list, and list is going to hold what? List is going to hold this thing, okay, list of this, okay. So list of this emp, and this emp is available here, right, emp. Now we'll be going to write a resolver here, okay. So resolve underscore employee, and before that I have to append with a def, okay. So it is like this. So it should be self, it should be info, and it should be like this, okay. And I will use return, and return is going to do what? Return is going to call this function. Then this function is available where? In data.py. So I have to use from data import read file, okay. So I'll be going to call this read file function, okay. So read file function will return what? This read file function will return this li, and when I call this resolver employee, it is also called this thing, okay. So schema is ready, mapping is ready, data is ready, and data.csv ready. So last thing is the instance of your fastapi application, okay. So it should be main.py, okay. So here it will be import graphene should be there, okay. Then we can import the fastapi from fastapi import fastapi, and the last thing will be from starlet.graphql import, okay, starlet.graphql, the GraphQL app, okay. So now we'll be going to create an instance of our fastapi using this fastapi, okay. Now I'll be going to add a route to this using starlet app.add underscore route, and this route will be added to this GraphQL, okay. Then GraphQL app, okay. Then it should be schema is going to be graphene dot schema is going to be query, and this query is going to hold this query, but I didn't import that, so it should be from mapping, okay, import query. So this query will be this query, right. So all done. And just to make sure whether we are doing everything is fine, I'll just try to print everything. So it will start from here and it will end here. So let me print this thing, okay. So okay, so let's clear everything from here, okay. So let's now execute this thing. Hopefully I haven't done any mistakes. So let's see if we get any error, we'll fix it, no worry. So uv icon, then main, then app, then hyphen reload, okay. So see, my schema type is query. So if you go one level down, this query is actually holding what? This query is actually holding this employee, list of employees, list of emp, means this list of emp. So what is this list of emp? This is a type, schema type, and it has this name, city, designation, and experience in year. So it will be available here, and this experience in year is actually kind of converted into auto camel case using fastapi internal like feature. So it is automatically converted. So if you see here, I and Y become in capital and underscore gone. So it is camel case, okay. So now let's run this thing now from my browser. In my browser, I believe already it's open. So let me refresh this thing. Let me remove everything, and after that you can write employee, okay. And if I just hit this thing, I will get all this 4 like field types are populated. See, name, city, designation, experience. So see, whatever is there in my CSV file, I am actually getting this thing. So just to show you guys my fact, okay, so what I'll do, let me add one more thing. Maybe I can write anything like Andrew, okay, and let's say he's from maybe New York, okay. Rest of the things are fine. So I just change the data, and what I'll do, I'll just hit this thing again. See, right now Andrew is not here. See, Andrew is here, right? So one more thing, let's make it 18 something change. So it is 8. If I refresh this thing, it's getting 8. So this is kind of a like updation, but again everything is actually happening like in the data level from the GraphQL endpoint or GraphQL query. We are not doing anything change, we are not changing anything. Okay, we are just reading. So for example, if I just remove this line Maya, so if I execute this thing, so it's gone. So the complete read operation is actually working very smoothly, and I believe this is a 4th tutorial, and we guys are invested a lot on effort on read operation. So hopefully you guys now understand this read. In GraphQL, read type read is called actually a query. Okay, and writing of the CRUD operation is known as kind of a mutation. So that we will see in the later part, but in the upcoming videos, not immediately, maybe after 2 or 3 videos later we'll do this. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand the concept why I created this tutorial and what is the benefit of doing this thing. Okay, so that's it. So first we created this data, after that we created one function to read the data, then we created the schema. The schema is actually getting mapped with our query type here in our GraphQL type, and after that is actually added to our GraphQL schema, and we are creating fastapi application, and we also add the route using our GraphQL app, which is actually kind of inherited from the Starlet. Okay, so that's it guys, and again last but not least, try to give me some sort of feedback, cause as I told you, this is still the initial days and we are actually still kind of arranging or kind of planning our courses as well. So some of my friends are actually helping me to identify the very some important features with GraphQL and Python. So that is why I'll highly recommend you guys to do some sort of research or analysis, or whether if you guys are working or planning have planned to work with GraphQL. So if you guys have any use case, or if you want me to develop this course in a different way, or if you think something is missing, or if you think something could be done in a different way more effectively, please feel free to let me know, so that I can ultimately do those or incorporate those changes effectively. Okay, and another thing is, just do not rely on watching my videos, cause watching my videos are not going to help. As I told you, it is only giving you some sort of idea that you know GraphQL, what is GraphQL, just this simple thing, but you will not be able to implement anything if you are not doing the practice. Cause if you think that I will watch this video 10 times, now I expert in GraphQL, so that is not going to happen. You have to write your code by your own, then only you will be able to understand. So once you complete the video, just try to think through it, try to create some use case on your mind, and after that try to analyze, visualize, and implement all those use case using your concept methods or whatever till now we have taught. That will be sufficient to develop any kind of simple use cases. And in between, if you guys are having any problem or anything, just feel free to write me over Udemy, YouTube, or maybe in the WhatsApp group. I will try to help you. Okay, but don't just rely on the video watching is only going to give you a kind of intuition that this is how GraphQL work, and this is how you should use those different pieces together, so that it should give you a effective framework to work. Okay, but ultimately development or the coding has to be done by you only, right? So if you do not know how to code, you will not get the confidence, and unless you are not getting the confidence within you, will not be able to do some innovation applying your knowledge or thoughts. Okay, so that is why practice is mandatory. Okay guys, enough of talking, so we'll see you in the next video very soon. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day. And also, this is the start of the weekend. So enjoy your weekend and happy learning.